This lesson is on dividing a decimal by a decimal. Sometimes, if I go back to the last problem that we were doing, sometimes when we divide using decimals, the divisor, which in this case is 3, tells us the number of groups that we're dividing our dividend into. So we have 21 hundredths divided into 3 groups. Sometimes, though, our divisor is how much is in each group, such as when we divide a decimal by a decimal. So let's say we have the problem 35 hundredths divided by 5 hundredths. What we're going to do is take our 35 hundredths and divide it up into groups of 5 hundredths. So here's one group of 5 hundredths. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So 35 hundredths divided by 5 hundredths gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives us 7 groups. So our answer would be 7. And you can see a pattern here between our numbers. We've got 35 as our dividend and 5 as our divisor. And our answer was 7. So I bet you can see a pattern here. If we have 36 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths, I'm going to create groups of 4 hundredths. So, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if I can clone this. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So to get my answer, I'm just going to count the total number of groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 total groups. So the answer to this problem, 36 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths, is equal to 9. And I can prove that by using multiplication. If I multiply 4 hundredths by 9, I know that 9 times 4 gives me 36. I have 2 decimal numbers in my problem, so I need to have 2 decimal numbers in my answer. So the answer to this multiplication problem is the same as my dividend, so I know that my answer is correct. Now, go ahead and make a prediction as to the answer of this problem. All right, so in this case I've got 2 wholes, so I would have 2 of these, and then 5 tenths. Now, I want to create groups of 5 tenths. So what that means is I'm going to have to take my whole and I'm going to divide it up into 10 tenths. So I'm going to have a total of 25 tenths here, and I'm going to divide them up into groups of 5 tenths. So I'm going to draw this out so you can see how we would do it without having our handy dandy model. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I took my 2 and 5 tenths and I traded it in for all tenths. So I have a total of 25 tenths and I divided it up into groups of 5 tenths. So my answer is going to be the whole number 5 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. You can also use hundreds grids to solve these problems. Here I have the problem 1 8/10 divided by 6/10. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to shade in 1. Ooh, and I can be messy on these. I'm going to shade in 1 whole, and then 8/10. Good thing I don't get paid to color. And here we go. And now I'm going to divide this up into groups of 6/10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one group. There's 2 groups. And there's 3 groups of 6/10. So the answer to 1 8/10 divided by 6/10 would give me the whole number 3. Make a prediction. What do you think the answer to 2 4/10 divided by 8/10 will be? All right, so I'm going to use my hundreds grid. I'm going to shade this all in. So there's 1 whole, 2 wholes, and then 4/10. And I want to divide this up into groups of 8/10. So here's one group of 8/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 2 groups of 8/10. And then there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 3 groups of 8/10. So my answer is going to be the whole number 3. Make a prediction. 3 6/10 divided by 9/10. We'll change colors just for something different. Here I'm going to shade in 1, 2, 3, and then 9/10. And then I'm going to divide this up into groups of 9/10. Or I'm sorry, oops, I messed up here. It's 3 6/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's better. So I have 3 6/10 shaded in, and I want to divide it up into groups of 9/10. So here would be my first 9/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 2. Here's 3. And here's 4. So I have 4 groups of 9/10. So my answer is going to be 4. All right, you all have a homework assignment for Tuesday, February 4th. And on this assignment, on the front, you may use either strategy that you would like. You may use the hundreds grids, or you may use the base 10 model. On the back, the base 10 model is not the best one to use because it will take you far too long to draw all that out. So you may either use the hundreds grids, you do have enough hundreds grids to be able to do that, or you may just use a math problem. Hopefully you've seen a pattern to what we're doing, and you may use a math problem to solve the problems on the back side of your worksheet. So the front side of your worksheet, you do need to solve the problems using either the base 10 model or the hundredths grid. On the back side of the worksheet, because the numbers are significantly larger, you can use either your hundredths grids or a math problem to solve.